Really pleased with everything, really. The first half was phenomenal. I thought we executed on offense. We shot the ball well. It was a kind of a game we really needed, I think, after the last game where we just couldn't seem to make a shot. So I thought everybody felt really relaxed today. I thought we did a really nice job sharing the ball and shot it pretty well, too. I thought defensively in the first half we were pretty good. Second half I thought we gave up too many. Well, we gave up too many threes in each half, really. But that's the kind of team Boston College is. They're a great shooting team. They move the ball really well, and they really worked for the perfect shot, and they got it. But overall, really, really good game. Freshmen doing a really nice job for us.
Could you address the elephant in the room with Taya Reimer?
Yeah, she's back. She's back. We'll expect her to be at practice tomorrow.
Back from where, Coach?
She just took a few days off.
Can you elaborate why she needed a few days off?
No, I offered it to her to take some time off to think about some things, and she took me up on it, and we felt like she was always still part of us, just away for a couple of days.
Did she at any point this year talk to you or any of your players that you know about expressing an interest in transferring or being uncertain that she wanted to be here?
I think it was a shock when she came in on Monday that she, had some things to think about. So no, she hadn't really been talking to me about it at all during the year.
Did she tell you she's here to stay, that she's not transferring?
Yeah.
So what was the conversation on Monday that you had with her?
We just talked about a few things. She was, not happy with the way things were going in terms of on the court. So we talked about some things we could fix, we could work on, and she was concerned. She wants to play well. She's a really good player, and she has a lot of talent. And so, we had a really good conversation about how we're going to get there.
Is some of the reason that they played like they did in the first half today with the energy they have, that because of this is lifted off to their shoulders, you think?
I think being at home really helped. I think that was really, really what we needed. I thought the crowd gave us a lot of energy. I thought we were ready to just have a great game. I think we were all really disappointed with how we played in the Miami game, just in a lot of ways. So I think everybody kind of came in with a little more focus, a little more intensity.
Can you talk about Kathryn's game, how she can come in and make kind of an instant impact?
She has that kind of ability. I mean, she's got a good scorer's mentality. I think she can shoot threes. She can post up. She's a really good passer. She's starting to feel a lot more comfortable in the offense, and we like her in when the other team is pressing because she's really good with the ball. She works the middle of the floor really well. Great at the high post. I thought her and Bree played particularly well together today against the zone.
What are the challenges a freshman faces, not just adjusting to Division I competition, but your level of competition and the complexities of your offense?
I think it's difficult. We talked the other day about it's been a long time since we really relied on freshmen. We've had really good freshmen coming in, but there's always been the burden on the upperclassmen. And I think we're asking these two to do a lot. I think they're doing really well, but it's a lot to ask a freshman because it is complex. I mean, there's a lot of different things they have to learn. It seems like every day they're probably learning something new. We try to slow it down and go keep it simple, but it's hard to do that because there's just so much that you have to learn.
There was a play in the first half, and this is for all three of you to comment about, where your reaction to this, seeing the ball go into her and to Kathryn, and Kathryn tipping it over to her for the shot. And if you guys could just talk a little bit about those kind of things and how you're aware of it.
I remember that play. I was really excited. And when it happens, I always just think freshman to freshman, it's going to be a great 4 years.
But, could you girls elaborate on that play, too? I mean, you don't think about it when it's happening, but now when you think back at it, do you remember the play?
I think so, yeah. I mean, just from watching when the game started, Bree was getting a lot of lobs and it was working. So that was my mentality coming in. And then when I drive, I know she's going to be open. So I knew she's going to be there.
And Kathryn's really good off the dribble, so I didn't know she was either going to make a layup or probably throw it up to me, and she ended up throwing it up, and I just had to finish the shot.
Coach, how much did you guys need a game like this after Thursday?
Yeah, I thought it was really important for us to get our confidence back. We were really just shattered after that last game. I mean, there was so many things that we didn't do well, and so it was really great to come out and be firing on all cylinders.
And then players as well. How much did you guys kind of need this bounce back game after?
It was really great. We really tried to come out strong in the first half and bring a lot of energy, and just playing in front of our home crowd, it's just a lot of fun.
Kathryn, is one of the things for you when you come off the bench that you come off with a lot of energy? Do you have to try to kind of ease into the game because you don't want to get a quick foul here or there and kind of things like that?
That's true. I don't want to get a quick foul.
Yes.
Try to stay away from doing that when I can. But yeah, just my main goal is to bring a lot of energy, not kind of, I don't want to lessen the energy that's already out there. If anything, just bring it up even more and high intensity, just come out and play.
Coach, you've kind of talked about all season really like hitting your stride, and you saw a lot of potential in this team. That first half in particular really looked like probably what your vision is, I imagine.
That's about as well as we played all year. I really think in all facets of the game, I was really pleased with the rebounding, the defense, and the offense. So I think we're, you can see the glimmers. I think there's been moments, but that's maybe the first time we had a whole half of it, and so that was really good to see. We're getting better every day, and we're just going to keep getting better. We're not where we need to be right now, but we will get there. And it's we got a tough stretch coming up. Two top 10 teams coming up, and this conference is so tough. Every team on the road or at home is a great game.
Bree, what do you think the difference was in that first half as far as just getting to that level of play that you guys are probably more capable of?
I think just coming out strong. I think the past few games we kind of just started out sluggish, but this game we came out ready to play from the tip, and we just try to control the game.
Coach, Brianna had 2 alley-oop layups in the first 3 minutes and 4 in the first 6-7 minutes. Was that by design or just opportunity?
Yeah, I think a little both. We have some things we work on at practice where we're trying to lob to her. I mean, we do talk about throwing the lob quite a bit, but I mean, she's so gifted athletically that when we have an advantage inside, we usually talk about that in the part of the game plan. We really want to look in today. This is where we have an advantage.
Can you talk about that just a little bit? I think all 4 of them came from the 4 different players passed you on those. Is it something? Is there a signal you give that, or is it just
They just try to kind of throw the ball to the backboard and I tip it in.
We know she's always going to be there.
Was it tempting at all in that breakaway to see if you could get up and get the ball over?
No. Just going in to make a layup.
It's been several years since you were vulnerable to a game like Thursday. How did you get through, several years ago when you were still that way, and how did you get through that, and how do you get to the point where you can again with this group?
Yeah, I think the expectation and mentality with this group is a little different. So for me, coming into the season, I expected that we were going to take some lumps and it was going to be a journey to get where we needed to get to. So in the past, I don't think we've lost to an unranked team in I don't know how many years. It's been a long time, and we've had a great streak on the road. But this is a completely different team, and I think that they are learning, and I think that we'll be ready in the future. But I think there's a lot of parity this year. I think there's a lot of teams that can really beat anybody, and I think you're seeing that already in the ACC with the upsets that are already happening.
Walk along here from her when Tay comes on, the crowd's kind of saying, "We love you, Tay," stuff like that. What does that mean to her?
It has to make her feel good, to know that she's welcomed back, and everybody was pulling forward to come back. So it's a great feeling for her.
And I think yesterday, at least from what you said, there was a little unsurety about stuff. Why were you unsure, and sort of where you're at?
I was not sure if she was going to make it to practice or not, and so I was hopeful that she would be there in time for practice. But as it turned out, she wasn't. So now we're ready.
A lot of smiles in the locker room when you saw her today.
Oh, yeah. I always welcome her back. We're happy that she's here.
Yeah, I love playing with Taya, so it's good that she's back with us.
Brianna, can you talk about how you and Kathryn complement each other? It looks like you've been playing for years.
It's just a freshman thing, really. I mean.
Can you also talk about just, what it is you see in her that helps her overcome any of those freshman challenges?
She's just a really good shooter and really good driver and just really good person.
Thank you, Bree.
What's the importance? I mean, you had 6 players in double figures, not just 2 who were dominating the score sheet. How is that important in league play?
Yeah, it's really key. You know, we've been a team that's been riding Jewel and Bree for quite a while, and it's great to see some other people stepping up. And we have that ability. Michaela on the three-point line. I thought Madison made some big shots. Kathryn getting tying her career high today. That's what we need. Is just coming off the bench. We need to be able to have more people who we can count on to score.
Coach, long term, how much does it help having Taya that you know she's here to stay, and how valuable she is to your team?
Well, I think she's a great player who has All-American capabilities, and that's something that that we really need. We're a little thin in the post right now, and I think we saw that in the last game. So it's great to know that we've got a full bench coming in.
You definitely expect her to be playing the rest of the way,
Yeah.
barring an injury or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Brianna and Kat, can you guys just talk about, as post players, having her in the mix with you guys and how much that helps you guys and you to have her?
Well, Taya, just because she's a sophomore, she's been here, so she's just a really good learning tool. Like, if I'm in practice on the loss, I'm like, hey, Taya, like, can you help me out? So she just is a good role model to look up to.
Can you talk about the talent and the production to this point of your three freshmen? I mean, they combined for what, 49 points?
Is that right? Yeah, I'm really happy with Michael Johnson, too. She is somebody we really need to be able to guard the ball. She really helps us defensively. She's smart. She's picking things up really quickly, and she can score. And so it's really been good to see her kind of starting to come along. And along with these two, I think it's one of the best classes we've ever had in terms of the contribution that all three of them are making.
Got time for one last question.
In the first,
Would you just evaluate sort of your season so far? You've gotten a lot more action recently, sort of how you've developed your game so far.
You know, just a lot of practice. It's hard coming in as a freshman with expectations that Coach McGraw has for us. So just a lot of practice. My teammates helping me out every day, being patient with us and all the freshmen. But it's really just a team effort that's helped me come along.